Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. So let me just say, this is going to be all about XRP. Obviously, Sol, Cardano, ETH, and Bitcoin were also talked about, but I'm going to focus on this video, XRP specifically, and I'm going to start with this. Last night, Donald Trump announced his executive order on digital assets directed the Presidential Working Group to move forward on the crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, Solana, and Cardano, and then obviously Bitcoin and ETH. Trump said he will make the US crypto capital of the world, making America great again. XRP, confirmed by Donald Trump, the President of the United States, is going to be part of the crypto strategic reserve. I am a bull. I'm going to break down some technical analysis in this video, and I'm also going to talk about some short-term considerations and just keep the hype cool a little bit, because short-term price action and what I'm talking about in the short term does not reflect where I think this asset is going to go. I've said multiple times, I think we're probably going to go to the $13-ish mark. I'm personally going to be reassessing it around 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, because there's a chance that XRP takes a lot of market dominance at this time, and then the risk reward of holding XRP. Let's say XRP booms up to 20, 25% dominance. That's a quarter of the market capital of crypto. The market capital of crypto will be in XRP if we get this, and it's at $8, $9, $10. The risk of holding is higher than the risk of deleveraging and maybe cycling into something else. Like that or hate that, that's the truth, just on a technical level. So let me just start with the fact that guys, I'm flipping bullish right now. I'm so bullish, but just that doesn't mean that the short-term price action and what I could potentially talk about for the short term isn't going to be bear. It could be a bit bearish. I'm not bearish in the short term, but I think we're going to chop, basically, is my thought process. And I'm going to get into why, but I want to make it so clear that I am bullish. I'm bullish, but just the short term is something that I've got question marks about, okay? So that is probably the best news I've ever received as an XRP holder. Goes above anything else, really. It goes above an ETF, because a lot of cryptos are ETFs, and that was fantastic news when that came out. But even think back to when the Bitcoin ETF came out. Yes, we pumped, but we did retrace for a bit, and then we actually started sending it. That's kind of what I feel like could happen here with XRP, for example. Not necessarily that it's going to come down to the $2 level, although it could. But you've had the initial pump, the excitement yesterday. Let's look at the charts. We've had this lovely pump yesterday, the 4-hour, bang, big volume, huge, pushed us all the way up. 2 previous range highs, look. So this is another reason why I've got a little bit of caution. We touched those range highs, and then now we're coming back. Let's see what happens when the market opens in the US today. We've got a lot of things to work out still. There's going to probably be a lot of shit thrown at each other, and the Bitcoin maxis hate it, and is it going to get approved by Congress? And all this sort of narrative is probably going to start churning up and bubbling up. But from what I've seen so far of Trump, love him or hate him, pretty much whatever he said, he's done. And I said that from the start. He looks like he's a different man. He looks like if he says he's going to do it, he's going to do it. And I don't think he's going to be stopped, but there could be hurdles along the way. Also, when there's really good news like this, a lot of people jump in late long positions, and as we know, markets get manipulated, especially in the crypto space, and I think a lot of those people may get pushed out of positions when people have decided, oh, actually, it's it isn't going to happen, blah, 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 all this. That's probably when we send, in my opinion. That's why I closed my leverage long trade yesterday, as I put out over here on X. I had one that I was in from 98 cents, closed it for 900% gain. I used MEXC for that. If you want to use MEXC, please look at the link in my description. You get some money off, or some free dollars if you deposit $100, I think. So that is where I am in terms of sentiment / price action, okay? If you read my newsletter from the weekend, completely free to do, link in my bio, link in description, you will see that I was talking about the potential of alt season coming soon. I still believe that. I was talking about the potential of $5 XRP in May, and this is a flipping good start. Back up to what? We went to $3 yesterday. I think we touched $3. So what sort of price action am I thinking could happen? I'm going to break down a few different scenarios here. But I wanted to just make sure you are so clear that I am bullish on the medium to long term. Short term, we're still trying to, Donald Trump, as we talked about, is still trying to like pin Federal Reserve Jerome Powell to flip his stance on money. Essentially, he wants him to move back towards like QE, lower rates, all this sort of stuff. And Powell has so far been hawkish, so Powell's been keeping money tight, which is detrimental for markets. But XRP price action is going to get onto that. So loads of thoughts going around at the minute. Didn't get much sleep last night, as you could probably imagine. It was probably one of the best days ever as an XRP holder. And I don't want to take that away from anyone because it is fantastic news. So let's look at a few scenarios. So just looking at a technical level, what have we talked about? Where's liquidity? There's probably liquidity here. Just remember my drawings are awful. There's probably liquidity here. And like all this also is where previous liquidity was. That's why I bid on 198 in the first place, because I saw those levels. There's also probably liquidity in the middle of the range here. This area here, coming down to fill this 4-hour candle that we pumped out from, is always an option. So they're the areas that I'm looking at for potential reversal. So what could price action look like? Well, we could just bleed down, we could hit this, we could come up, we could come down and take this liquidity here. This would think everyone would be like, oh my God, what's going on? We could even then come down and take this liquidity, and everyone, if we got to here, the people would think the world was ending. That would be an ideal place to take a long position. This is another area I genuinely will be looking at taking a long here, because as I said, this open candle here, these things normally get touched into, if not completely retraced. So I'll be looking at a position from here, probably will put some bids in here, depending on what's happening in the rest of the market. So you could see some price action like that. And then we go. My base case genuinely is that we set a higher low here for XRP. So this could be the low. So obviously this is the low, and then we've set the higher low inside the range. As we've discussed, I've been comparing this to Bitcoin's range back in, let's get this pen off. We've been comparing it to this range here, where this is the low. Here, this is the low, and then we set the higher low within the range. We come up, we bounce, and then we send it. That's potentially what I'm looking for here with XRP. Going back to XRP's chart, let's get this, just get this. So we've got the low, the higher low. We come up, we bounce maybe here, and then we send it. So it could be like, so we've come up, like I've showed in that Bitcoin chart, we bounce, and then we send it. I think that's my base case as to what I'm looking for. Higher low for XRP, bounce, and off we go. So what else have we seen in the last few days? What have I been looking for? Well, the weekly close was obviously just happened yesterday. Weekly close was fantastic. I keep spitting this morning, sorry lads. Weekly close was above the previous range highs. Obviously we didn't get the highest weekly close ever, but it wasn't far off. We were back weekly closed at around 294, 295. Fantastic weekly close. Weekly close against ETH is the one I've been watching heavily. ETH broke out of the range, but again, ETH wicked exactly into the previous resistance. One of the areas that I said, look, it's our last area of resistance. I do expect for us to struggle here, and I'm looking for extra strength for us to bounce through it. However, the consolidation and push-up is continuing. It's looking nice. Nothing's really changed, but again, with ETH, we could, it doesn't mean we do, but we could go like this and then bounce. We may even come back and test that fixed range volume profile and bounce. So there is potential for a short-term pullback and bounce against ETH. Looking again against Bitcoin, we had again one of the highest weekly closes for a long time. We closed above these wicks that we haven't been able to close above. We haven't closed above this wick here, or this wick here, or this wick here for a while. This wick here specifically has been acting as basically the boundary of our range. Yesterday we got that weekly close above, in line with our weekly closes from May 2021, but still not higher than our 2020 closes against Bitcoin. Similarly with XRP dominance, we closed above the range highs, but again, not above the wicks that were basically acting as a boundary at 6%. But we did get the close yesterday, the highest close at 550-ish. So that's the highest close since 2019 for XRP dominance. So these are the things that we need to take into consideration. It's fantastic price action, guys. It's fantastic price action. Don't let me get you twisted or confused. But again, short term is so difficult when we're in positions like this because we're at resistance on XRP ETH, we're at resistance on XRP Bitcoin, we're at resistance on XRP dominance, and also against XRP against the dollar. My case and my thought process is, and I'm trying to work this out for you guys and talk to you guys through exactly what I think. If we get this breakout of this range, it's send it territory. It's send it territory if we get the breakout of this range. This is why I say to you guys, I think we could see $5 in March. And I do, because as soon as we start to break this, we'll see price action like this, in my opinion. We'll see big green candles, weekly time frame. You only need, a few weekly big bullish candles and you're up at $5, $6, $10 very quickly. Very quickly. Let's see the increase that we had here. This is how XRP moves as well, very clearly. Like, I don't have to show you 2017 anymore. I can literally just show you 2025, 24. 400% in, it's 4 weeks, it does 400%. If we do 400%, for example, from this area in 4 weeks, we're at $14. If we do it from the low, where are we at? 400%, we're at 876. So we do a measured move, we're at 876 in 4 weeks time, which puts us at the $5 in March if we start from around here. Doesn't mean we can't have another week or two of chopping out, but let me just get 1 or 2 weeks of big aggressive price action to the upside. That is what I think is coming. Full stop. No more to be said about that. The weekly stochastic RSI is in the oversold area, potentially looking to turn bullish. The standard RSI is now down into just a neutral area, a lot of space to the upside. When we get to this upside oversold area on the RSI, that's when things start to look good. If we look at this range in action just for the weekly, we've come back, we tested this area of support. Again, it's acted as a big area of support, showing significant buy pressure and volume when we hit this specific level and a high weekly close. I'm going to quickly touch on Bitcoin just for one thing that I wanted to show you guys. Yes, we fell massively out of the range and we were all the way down at 78k just on Saturday, yet Bitcoin still recovered and closed inside the range, even after everyone was saying that the bears are here, the market's over. That's very strong for Bitcoin, good price action. Doesn't mean we can't come down and retest the previous lows, no, but the stochastic RSI on the weekly is looking to cross bullish in the oversold area, and the standard RSI is in the neutral territory again, and it managed to close within the range even after falling down significantly. So all these things to me are pointing towards there is strength in the market. Short term, again, who knows? The Bitcoin dominance is what we're looking at. Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance is what I've been looking at. Talked about Bitcoin dominance on the in the weekly newsletter. This is on the weekly time frame. We've got a bearish divergence on the Bitcoin dominance. It does look like today it's picking up a little, but again, we're just working it out as time comes. Let's see what happens. Don't get over bullish. Don't get over bearish. If you get the chance, is what I've been saying, when you get offered big discounts like we've been offered the last few days, buy your conviction bags and shut your eyes if it makes you stressed. But look what can happen in the space of 1 day. It's proven time and time again, right here with XRP, 1 day, boom, everything can change. 35% candle to the upside. I said a while back, there's going to be days where we see 50% candles to the upside for XRP. We've got 35%, so we're not quite there yet. We're still working out the volatility of this range. When we've worked this out, it's fireworks. From what I've seen in the past, 2017, and what it looks like right now, that is exactly where I'm standing. I hope I can't make this any more clear for everybody. Like, it seems obvious to me. Upside is coming. Is it now? Is it in a few weeks? I don't know. But I'm a flipping bull. But in the short term, yeah, let's chop some people out of the market. Let's get the fear and greed sentiment, like people feeling fearful, buy our bags up and sit back and watch the thing send to the moon. I'll be right there with you every step of the way. Enjoy it, guys, because it's not very often you get news like this. We've had a lot of pain in the XRP community. I think the Ripple case, Jeremy Hogan's talking about it being over who's a key attorney in the space, to being over in April, May, because he thinks they've got to go to the judge and go back on some court decisions, which both sides had to agree on, and then the judge has to agree on, and all this sort of stuff. So it could take a little while. I don't exactly know how all that works, but just chill out. Don't stress. If XRP comes down, fine. Get rid of all the people that are late long in. Get rid of the non-believers, and get ready for a moon mission. That's basically what I'm thinking. We're at resistance levels on XRP, Bitcoin, XRP ETH, and XRP dominance, as well as on the XRP against the dollar. Expect volatility, and pack your bags full, because we're going for a moon mission, in my opinion. With all that being said, if you did enjoy the video, guys, please do like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We're all working this out as it happens. I've never seen anything like this before. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, and it made me feel a bit emotional the last evening and day. I almost can't believe it. Just trying to keep my mind in check, and be grateful for this opportunity that we've been provided with after all these years of struggle and hard work. Been brilliant to spend my time with you guys, and I will continue to do so indefinitely. I love the space. I love XRP specifically because of all the work we've done about it. It feels like it's been a great journey so far. Anyway, all that being said, have a great week. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.